Welcome to First Chapter Friday. Today, we're reading the first chapter of Ablaze by Christopher Cravaton. Chapter 1, Spark. Heat, pain, burned skin. Allie yanked her hand back from the oven and shook it. She'd gotten distracted by a crash from Rachel's room upstairs, and her knuckle had glanced the middle rack. Careless, she told herself. She used 2 wadded up dish towels to pull the muffins out, then ran her knuckle under a cold tap. The water felt good, but the steady sting of the burn never quite went away. I was going to do that, cried Mom as she came in the kitchen, and she was dressed for action. Allie noticed. Sweatpants, sneakers, hair pulled back. It's fine, I can handle it, said Allie. You need a hand with Simon? Mom exhaled and pinched the bridge of her nose. Actually, yeah, that'd be a big help. She shot Allie an exhausted smile. You cool, kiddo? I'm cool, said Allie. She smiled big, her braces unabashedly on full display. These days, only a few people got that smile, and Mom was one of them. Her hand still burned as she put a couple of muffins on a plate and brought them down the hall to Simon's room. Sometimes, as the middle kid, she wondered if she was even here at all, if anyone actually saw her around the house. But you couldn't daydream away tying someone's shoes or bringing them breakfast. Simon sat on his bed in his socks and pants, but he had no shirt or shoes on. Allie could see by the look in his eyes that his mind was far away, playing out some long, complicated conversation. Her breath hitched in her throat. When he got like this, it always made her momentarily sick with worry, wondering what her little brother was seeing that she couldn't. But he'd done it enough times that Allie knew that he was just lost in his thoughts. Simon, she said, and gently waved a muffin under his nose. He came to, his 9-year-old humanity returning to his face. He took the muffin and had a bite, but she could tell he was still lost in his own head. What's up, man? What do I do about Bentley? Asked Simon softly. Allie bit her own muffin and nodded. Bentley Moss was the kid in the grade above Simon's who had been bothering him. She knew the right answer was to tell her brother to talk to the teacher, but she couldn't say that out loud and feel honest about it. Not with her own ongoing issues with Ray. Try to think about what he's feeling, she said, like what's going on in his life to make him such a mean guy. I know what he's feeling, said Simon. He's just angry at everything, and I'm easy pickings. Allie sighed. Couldn't argue with that. Well, look, no matter what happens with that jerk, you're going to look silly at school without a shirt and shoes on, she said. So let's get dressed, and we can think about a way to avoid Bentley on the drive. Simon nodded absently and went to get a shirt from his dresser. Allie sat on his bed and gave him little reminders along the way. You could double knot that. Do you need that notebook? Remember what Mom said about that thing in the printer? She loved him so much, but she was also worried for him. That comes with being the youngest, she thought to herself as she led her brother to the front hallway. There's always someone around to do stuff for you. There was a bang of a door being thrown open and a forceful whisper of, "Let's just do this." And that's what comes with being the eldest, thought Allie, exhausted. Rachel came clomping downstairs. Allie took in the outfit: designer jeans, a cute maroon blouse, an extra tight hoodie with England across the chest, magenta lip gloss, shades, and a crisp white high-top sneakers. It had been assembled over time, she realized, each piece an expensive birthday or Christmas gift that had apparently all led up to this. Monday morning, this was Rachel all over, obsessed with being popular, hardworking, and strategic when it came to getting the coolest friends, the most followers, and the hottest reputation in school. "Are we going soon?" yelled Rachel into the house. She lowered her sunglasses and looked over them at Allie. "Can I help you, Allie?" "No," said Allie. "You look nice." "That's great, Als, except we're late. I might as well have worn a large cloth sack," Rachel groaned. "I had this whole thing planned out. Where I would be wearing this while sitting on the banister of the front steps, and a certain someone would see me as he walked into school. And it would be this perfect vignette that would inspire him to ask me to the April showers dance. But by the time we get there, what I know about that somebody's schedule tells me that he'll probably already be there. So the whole thing is a mess." "Your priorities are a mess," thought Allie, but she decided to consider her sister's problem as though it were an actual problem. Calling out Rachel never got her anywhere. You could go for much more of a strutting in confidently, "I know I look good" kind of thing, she said. That always works in the movies, like he's hanging out with his boys and you enter in slow-mo. He noticed you out of the corner of his eye. Wow, who's that? "Classic," said Simon. Rachel slowly began to nod and sucked air between her teeth. "That's not a bad way to turn this around. This is why we pay you the big bucks, Als." She smelled the air. "Did Mom make muffins? Oh my God, I'm starving." As she tromped off to the kitchen, Dad finally came downstairs fixing his tie. "Everybody ready? Rumor is we're in a hurry." "When I'm done eating," shouted Rachel from the kitchen. Now, what makes this a book you might want to keep reading? Well, let's see what it says on the back. There is nothing more dangerous than a burning rage. Allie Thielen doesn't understand what's happening to her. She comes from a very normal family and lives a very normal life. But when she gets angry, things burst into flames. Allie tries to control this power, but the flames seem to have a mind of their own, fueled by an angry desire for revenge. As the infernos grow more threatening, Allie knows something needs to be done before everything around her burns to the ground. Because it's not just fire being unleashed, it's evil. See you in the library.